All right, today is a special day. At least it is a special day for me. But today is my birthday and I am officially 28 years old. And it's been a big birthday year for me. I feel like every single year is a big birthday year, to be honest. There's a huge kind of momentous shift that happens for me every single year that I turn a new age. I feel like it's always a time of just reflection. Where have I come from? What happened this past year? Where am I going? What's shifting? What's changing? It's always a good time for me to really release identities and behaviors and habits that I'm not really a particular fan of, and step into new ones, bigger and better ones. And that to me is part of just like the joy and the fun of life, is having the ability to transform and to change yourself and to become a different person, or to just better or ameliorate, the person that you are. And I just wanted to share with you guys kind of some thoughts that I have as I'm stepping into this new year, and I'm really looking at like where I came from. So if you were new here on this channel, first off, hi, my name is Chlo. I have a crazy journey and I'm not going to dive into all of it here, but you can search my YouTube for it if you're curious. I have a couple videos that kind of dive a lot deeper into all the experiences that I've had. But I'm thinking of like just where I was even just like back in college a couple years ago. So like 5, 6 years ago. And I'll start off by posting some pictures here. Maybe that will just give you a visual to help you just see it better. But this was me years ago. I was strictly plant-based. I don't want to say the word vegan because then the vegans come at me and go, well, you weren't really vegan because now you're not vegan. And then if you were truly in it for, the moral, ethical reasons, you wouldn't have left veganism. So I was 100% plant-based, never ate any sort of type of animal products. Okay, not even close, never got close to it. I ate that way for, like 5 or so years. And I was really, really just obsessed with nutrition. And there's a label that we give it. It's called orthorexia. And it's when you become so fixated on this idea of clean eating. Everything that you had to eat had to be absolutely 1000% organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, sugar-free. For me, it had the whole list of like what it needed to be for the food to be perfect for me to be able to eat it. Now, it was orthorexia that was also heavily combined with anorexia, where it's like I wanted to eat the perfect foods so that I could look a certain way, which is driven by anorexia. And anyways, I spent my life really, to be quite honest, just living numbed out. I mean, when you're not saying yes to food, which food gives us more life. So food is like a symbolic kind of representation of life. So when you eat it, you were saying yes to life. And for so many years, I was saying no to so many foods and to certain quantities of food. And I felt like I was just continually saying no to life. And I lived in this numbed out state where I didn't even have hormones. I didn't have a period for 11 years. And I felt very just like flatlined all the time. Like there wasn't really much emotion in me besides the emotions that would come out, which would be anxiety and stress and fear. I feel like I mastered those emotions. A lot of irritability too. But I felt like, I don't know, like I would watch a movie with, friends and everyone would be laughing and I could just never get myself to laugh. Or like even when my dog died years ago, I remember we buried her in actually like kind of over there in my backyard, and my sisters and my mom and even my brothers were crying, and I was just sitting there just being like, okay, are we done with this? Like And that's weird for me. I should say that's weird for me now that I have hormones and that I feel very like emotional and all that. But it was kind of weird. I remember my sister looking at me being like, "You're not gonna cry? Like, are you kidding me? Like, our dog just died." And I was just like, I cannot get myself to cry. Like, cannot. And that's how just like disconnected I was from everything, because my one focus was food, was exercise, was what does my body look like today? And how clean and pure was my like Ezekiel sprouted, organic, non-GMO, grain-free cereal. It's all I really cared about. Just a quick reminder, guys, it's always really a kind and generous thing for you to like someone's YouTube video. We content creators spend a lot of time for free, a lot of our time, our energy, and our money creating these videos, and simply just pressing the like button does so much for us. So if you could go ahead and just take one moment to press the like button, and also press subscribe if you want to be subscribed to my channel to get notified every single time I come out with a new video, then make sure you go ahead and do that. Again, I really appreciate it. I also absolutely love it when you guys put comments down in the comment section, because it's a way for this to be a little bit more interactive. I respond to every single YouTube comment, so I would love to have a little conversation with you, see where you're at, what did you get from the video, just jot down whatever you feel like would be pertinent to you and something that you want to say. Okay, let's dive back into the video. Again, thank you for pressing the like button, and thank you for being here. Anyways, there's a reason why I'm bringing this up, because again, birthday time, and it's always a moment of me doing huge amounts of reflection. And I was sitting down in my my house the other day, and I was watching all of the videos that people sent me from my birthday party. So we had a beautiful birthday party. My friend Emily hosted it at her house. She has this beautiful big house, a gorgeous backyard, and she set the table up with a lot of really yummy food and balloons everywhere. And the idea was, okay, we have like an hour and a half to like eat, do cake, all of that, and then we went to a really fun concert venue and saw a show. And then after the show, we went out, got drinks, did more dancing, and just had a bunch of fun. But I want to show you specifically this clip from my birthday party, because I rewatched it and was like, wow, like the amount of freedom. I sometimes just, I mean, now that I live in freedom, like, yes, it's always special to me, but it's also just like completely normal, and I don't think about it really, you know? But again, as I reflect about where I was, and then I watched this video, I'm just like shocked and like, whoa, this is really cool where I've gotten. And I'm sharing this so that you guys can really have that inspiration to continue to move forward on your journey, because I promise you that I was a hot mess, a real big hot mess. And I didn't think I was ever going to be the type of person that would ever be able to just eat birthday cake and not worry about it and not stress about it. Anyway, so here's the clip right here. Hey to you. It's not smooshed. I feel like I need to smush it.
Have you smelled it? It smells so good.
There's a little smush on the side.
Yum! Smell it.
That was good. I fell for it too. I was like, wow. This is so good.
Let's just eat cake.
All over you. Let them eat
Me too. I was like, what does it smell like?
Chloe, wait, come here.
She was like, it's not smashed. And I was like,
So So first off, I want you to notice that like the cake is coming out. I'm surrounded by all of my friends. I'm smiling. I'm happy. I'm not stressed. I'm not anxious. I had zero choice in the cake, by the way. Like my friends just went and got a cake. The reason why I was saying like it's not smushed and I feel like I need to smush it is because last year for my friend Lindsay's party, someone had dropped the cake and smushed it, and we all like kind of like dived in with like a bunch of forks and like ate it, even though it was like a big huge mess, and like we put the candles around everywhere. It's like you couldn't even tell what the cake was. It was a big like blob, and it was just like so funny because they tried to like hide it from us, and we're like looking at the cake, we're like, what is wrong with this cake? And they're like, yeah, we dropped it. Anyway, so now we like always give someone like a smushed cake. Like that's kind of the fun of it. And so I was like looking at the cake and I was like, it's not smushed, it should be smushed. And so anyways, I blow out the candles, okay, and then notice how I took the candle and I took the bottom of it and I licked it because there was a bunch of cake and icing and everything on it. That's something that I would have never done. I was also the type of person that would never like lick the spoon if I was making brownies or something. Because I had to know exactly how much I was eating in my piece. And it's just, I don't know, I looked at that moment and was like, oh, such as just a moment of like freedom of like, yeah, let me just quickly like taste this real quick before you guys do. But anyways, then my friend Itra is like, did you smell the cake? The cake smells really good. So I'm thinking like, oh, okay, the cake smells really good. Let's smell the cake. So that's why I like lean in to smell the cake. And she was like, well, Chloe wanted a smushed cake. So she smushes my face in it. Again, something that I would have been like, I mean, pissed, right? Because I'm like, I just got smushed into the cake and I just ate more of the cake and I don't know how much I'm supposed to eat and blah, 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 blah. And it would have totally messed me up. But notice how I quickly just smile. I grab some of the cake and I shove it in her face and I make a funny moment of it. We ended up giggling and laughing about that moment like the whole night. And then I ended up having my friend cut the cake and she gave me a big piece. Ate the piece. It was really yummy, really good, and effortless. Food's effortless to me now, which again is just such a like shock. Even though it's been years of this, it's like still such a shock at times of like, wow, yeah, like it's not a thought. It's not a thought at all. And again, the only like reason why I end up doing reflection on it is because this is my line of work and I end up chatting about this type of stuff afterwards with clients and stuff like that. But if it wasn't for that, I would not even be processing through this really. Besides, like I said, on my birthday where I love to do reflection. But anyways, then we headed out to this concert. The concert was really fun. We danced all night. It was so great. And
don't you break to a cocaine Jesus in a black ball seat, got a man on me, but you
and then we went out for drinks, and when we went out to drinks, and I wish I had a video, but you guys, I hate being by my phone when I'm with my friends. The only reason why I have like pictures and everything of my birthday party is because my friends are great and they took a bunch of photos and videos. But we went out to get drinks. I got this like really fun little cocktail. It was like apricot, pineapple, rum type of thing. And they like serve it to you in a pineapple, which is fun. And then there was a taco truck and we all got just like a bunch of food for the table. So we got French fries, quesadillas that were like stuffed with a bunch of meat and cheese and all of that. We got tacos, burrito, and then also I ate a bag of Lay's chips. So I had a bunch of French fries, I had a bunch of chips, I had some quesadilla. This was probably at like midnight by that time. And then eventually I made my way home. I had such a good time. Such a good time. Oh my gosh, to be young and free and to be out dancing with your friends until, you know, past midnight and having fun and eating food and just enjoying life and to not be restricting life anymore. Again, when you restrict food, you think you're just restricting food, but then like the shock kind of comes later on when you realize, oh my gosh, I've also been restricting laughter, I've been restricting play, I've been restricting intimacy, I've been restricting friendship, I've been restricting so many aspects of my life because I'm controlling and restricting food. And that's again why I wanted to like share this with you guys of like, wow, life when you stop restricting opens up. And now I'm out of the deprivation, restrictive energy, and I'm into the abundant energy where life is generally just abundant. That's the way I see it. That's the way I feel about it. And it doesn't mean life's perfect. Trust me, I have my fair share of ups and downs, but overall, I'm living in an energy state of abundance. I come back to that energy state of abundance. And it's because I'm open and abundant with my food. I know that the second I start, which I wouldn't, but I'm saying like if I were to start like restricting, or if I were to start dieting again, or let's say I decided to become vegan again, none of that would happen. But let's just say I did, I know that my life would start shutting down because all of a sudden I'm saying no to my own birthday cake. All of a sudden I'm trying to micromanage what people are making as far as food for my birthday. All of a sudden I'm really panicking, trying to talk people out of getting food at midnight, instead of just participating, enjoying, making it effortless and flowing with it. And I kind of had that rule for myself when I went into recovery of just like, I am just going to be like the yes man. I am just going to say yes to everything. I'm going to make things easier. I'm just not going to try and create contention or try and kind of mess things up with my own, like, I want this, no, I don't want that, and blah, blah, blah. And let me give you an example here. The other day, my friend Dominique, it was 4th of July, and she messaged me the night before, and she was like, hey, for the concert, with a little like, you know, picnic in the park concert, she's like, I'm gonna go pick us up chicken fried sandwiches.
Yum. Yum. So good. Thanks, Dom. You're welcome.
And you know, I could have stepped in, again, I have no reason to, but I'm saying like, if I was back in my restrictive mindset, I could have stepped in and been like, oh, actually, I think I'm gonna bring my own food, it's fine, don't get any food for me, or hey, actually, I don't want a chicken fried sandwich, can you have them, you know, take the bun off and only do a lettuce wrap, and maybe actually, can you just get me a salad instead, and like, I would have just denied her present of like, hey, I'm just gonna go grab a sandwiches, like, that's sweet of you, thank you, you know. So it's like instantly I would step out of the energy state of gratitude and I would step into judgment and into like, oh no, actually I don't want that. It's like, dude, be grateful that your friend is like offering you to buy you food, like that's really sweet. She doesn't have to do that, that's really sweet of her. Anyway, so I'm one stepping out of gratitude. So now I'm in this like ungracious state, which is a bad energy state to be in. And then I'm trying to like make it just so difficult on her. Do you see how that's just like, it's not the flow of life? It's so much easier to just go, yeah, thanks, Dominique. Like, that sounds great. And then I went to the park, sat down, she took out her bag and was like, hey, here's your sandwich. Great. We all ate together and it was like, life flew by, right? And there was no contention. There was no like weird mixed up energy because, oh, actually Chloe didn't want to eat this and blah, blah, blah. And now it's all just kind of tense. There's none of that. There's no tension in my life because I'm not being tense about things. And so I'm like, sure, you could have grabbed me. I mean, she could have grabbed me anything for lunch and I'd be like, yay, like empanadas. She could have grabbed a big pasta dish. She could have grabbed a hamburger, she could have grabbed french fries, like she could have grabbed whatever, and I'll just graciously eat it because I told myself and I trained myself when I started going all in to constantly be in the state of gratitude when it came to food. I am grateful for this food. I'm grateful for my friends. I am grateful for the generosity. I am grateful for the thought. I am grateful for blah, 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 blah. And that instant kind of energy state into gratefulness kind of opened up my heart a lot. And when I was opened up to my heart and when I was opened up into that like grateful energy, I was able to receive the food a lot more. And so I'm not making this video any longer, but hopefully you got a good thing or two out of that. Maybe you're like, yeah, I don't want to live like I'm living anymore. I want to be free like Chloe was at her birthday party. That's inspiration to me. Hey, look, she is showing me it's possible. And then she's offering me ways to get to know exactly how that's possible even more via working, with me one-on-one, or via getting into my course where I'm there 24/7 in the community, along with all of the modules and everything that I created that walks you through the whole process here of how I got from there to here. I mean, let's just take a moment, and this will be the last thing we do. Let's just take a moment to look at Chloe's evolution. This is how it started. Then it turned into this. Then I went into this. Then I went into that. And then all of a sudden I decided, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I only have one life. I'm done. And it turned into this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I could go on and on and on and on, and you could just see in my face, and you could tell via like all those other pictures before, I'm alone. I was always alone before. And now all of my pictures on my phone are me with my friends, out dancing, going to the beach, traveling. I've been to Austin with my friends. I'm going to France in just a couple days with my friends. I got a one-way ticket to France, and I'm super, super excited to be going with some of my really good friends. There'll be a little bit of a alone time before I meet up with my family to go to a family reunion and all of that, but I'm gonna be surrounded by people indefinitely for months. So excited, so excited. And so again, if you are desiring to get to this place and you've been trying again and again and again and again, and you keep on just kind of either losing momentum or just being stuck in really knowing even what to do, again, I've put it all together for you guys. Like, either working with me one-on-one, where we can really help you decide, okay, what's the next step forward? How do I hold you accountable? Or you can get into the group. There's 60 plus women in the group right now. I think there's 63 women in the group. It's been absolutely amazing. So many have gotten their period back. So many have gone on to just living their life. And it's really beautiful to see that in such a short amount of time, they can get back to that, okay, I'm ready to just go out and to live and to embrace my life. If you're ready to embrace your life, make sure you go down into the description box and you click either on the Get Your Flowing course or the one-on-one application, and I'll reach out to you either way. Okay, all right guys, I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.